Welcome back to my channel. This is our today's tutorial, and this is the back of our sweater, and I will be using this big Verona crochet yarn, and you need your measuring tape. So you will be taking your measurement of shoulder to shoulder, and my shoulder to shoulder measurement is 41 centimeters, which is equivalent to 73 chain. I'm using a 4mm hook. Let's dive in. Make a loop, enter your hook into the loop, and make a chain of 73 plus 2, that is a chain of 75. My chain is ready and is equivalent to 41 centimeters, and it has room to stretch since the yarn is acrylic. And now you're going to skip the first 2 loops, that was the chain 2, extra 2 I asked for, into the third loop and work a half double crochet like that. Wrap your yarn, go into the next loop and work a half double crochet, go into the next loop with a half double crochet, work a half double crochet on the entire chain. I'll meet you at the end. I'm getting to the end of my chain. One loop left, 2 loops left. Like that. So this is my first row of half double crochet, and we are working on the front piece of our spring sweater. In the second row, you're going to chain 2. That's like your first half double crochet. Work in the very first loop at the back. We are using the back loops to crochet. We work a half double crochet in the back loops. I'm getting to the end of my row 2. I repeat, work your half double crochets from the back loops, not the front loops. And we are going in the third row, chain 2, turn your work, repeat the same thing until you have a total of 38 rows of half double crochets. I'm going to speed up my video. I'll meet you when I have 38 rows of half double crochets. My 38 rows of half double crochets are ready, and I'm just winding up with the last row. But if you want, you can do more because I'm working on a size small to medium. You are not going to cut off the yarn. We are just going to continue with our back piece. So chain 1, 2 as your first half double crochet, turn your work and work in the back loops a half double crochet, and continue working a half double crochet to a total of 20 half double crochets. So I am done with my 20 half double crochets, still working from the back loops. Chain 1, 2, and then turn your work. Wrap your yarn, start from the very first loop at the back with a half double crochet, and work a total of 30 rows of half double crochets. I'm going to speed up. I'll meet you when my 30 rows are ready. I am done. This is my front part, and I'm done with my 30 rows of 20 half double crochets, and it's beautiful. And if you can see, I did the other side as well. I did it off camera because you can do it as well. It's the same 20 rows, 20 half double crochets and 20 half double crochets this other side as well. So I'm going to wind up here and I show you what to do next. So to create our back design, you're going to get these back pieces you've made of the 20 half double crochets and do a twist. You can do it your own way, but I'm also going to just like turn it like this. If you want, you can use a needle to keep that in place, or you can stitch it together. I don't have any close by, but you can do that twist for your back, just as our back design. You can do it twice, you can do it thrice, whatever works easier for you. We are done with prepping the designs, and now we're going to fill up this space with a chain, because we have to continue with the extra double crochets. So you're going to get the 73 half double crochets we made minus the 20 we've done for these two pieces, and get the left over, and that is 33 half double crochets. So we are going to do a chain of 33. Enter your hook and then do a chain of 33 that you're going to connect on the other end of on the other part of the piece. My chain is ready of 33. I'm going to slip stitch to this other piece, enter in the very first loop and make a slip stitch. Go into the next loop and slip stitch to just form the chain. This is it. And now it's ready, so we are going to continue with our half double crochets, because we did a chain of 30 rows of half double crochets with the 20 half double crochets, and now we have to continue to have a total of 38 rows to match the front piece. So you're going to work 8 half double crochets. So I'm at the end. You're going to work 7 more half double crochets. Chain 2, turn your work and continue working using the back loops of your half double crochets. I am done, and now you're going to put your stitch marker to create the arm space. I counted 15 rows of half double crochets in front and the back, 15 rows. That's a total of 30 half double crochets front and back. And on the lower end, I'm going to slip stitch the same 8 rows that I made to close off the corners of my crochet sweater. So enter your hook and you're going to enter it in the back and work 2 slip stitches in each half double crochets. I am done. Do the same on the other side as well. I'll work mine off camera. So you're going to chain 1 here and cut off the yarn. Well, I chose to break mine off, but cut off the yarn. We are now working on the arm. Make a loop. Go on where you put your stitch markers, or rather your stitch marker. Enter your hook and then remove the stitch marker. Then enter your hook through the loop you've created, and then you're going to chain 80. Make a chain of 80. My chain is ready, and you're going to wrap your yarn, skip the first 2 loops, work into the third with a half double crochet, and work a half double crochet along the entire chain. I'm going to speed up. I'll meet you towards reaching the main piece. We are reaching the main piece. I'm going to show you how to attach. We are working our arm straight while we attach it to the piece. If you want, you can work it off camera and then you just use a needle or slip stitch it to the main piece, but I decided to go with this option. So enter on the loop on top of the double crochet to just attach, on top of the half double crochet, if I can show you, to attach slip stitch, to attach the half double crochet you are working, and then you have to create the second row. You are going to slip stitch in the next row of the half double crochet on top, and slip stitch again towards the top of that same half double crochet. Hopefully it's clear. Then you turn your work. We are now going to work chain 1 space. So you're going to chain 1. As you chain 1 space, skip the first loop into the next with a half double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 loop into the next with a half double crochet. That's what we are doing until the end of the row. I'll fasten my video. I'll meet you at the end. I'm getting to the end. 1 left, chain 1 and enter into the very first loop like that. We are going to repeat the first one, chain 1, 2, turn your work. We are working half double crochets. Go into the chain space, put a half double crochet, wrap your yarn, go on top of a half double crochet with a half double crochet, and chain space with a half double crochet on top of a half double crochet with a half double crochet. I'll meet you towards the end. I am getting to the end. Come on top of the half double crochet row in the upper loop, enter your hook and slip stitch, and slip stitch through the next half double crochet and slip stitch on the loop above like that. Chain 1, turn your work, wrap your yarn, skip that very first loop into the next and work a half double crochet. That is a half double crochet. It should be aligned the same with the one below, like that. Chain one, go into the next with a half double crochet, like that. So I'm going to meet you when I'm getting done with the entire arm. So I am done. I'm going to attach the piece together. You can use a tapestry needle, or you can use a slip stitch. Others can even use a single crochet, and I'm going to use a slip stitch for this. So enter the very first loop, and slip stitch, and go into the next loop and the one at the back and slip stitch, like that, into the next and the one at the back, slip stitch. I'm going to fasten my video. I'll meet you when I'm getting to the underarm. I am by the underarm. I have a few loops left. And the last loops. And then we are done. This is how it looks. It's absolutely gorgeous. You are going to chain one and cut off the yarn. We will fix the ends after the entire piece is finished. The piece is ready, and I already fixed both the arms. I did the other one off camera, so to make sure the video is a little bit faster. We are now going to work on the waistband of our sweater. So you can start from anywhere you feel like, but I'm going to start from where I joined my piece together. Make a loop, enter your hook into the loop, pull through and chain 10. After your chain of 10, you are going to add a chain 1 because we are working with a single crochet, and then you're going to wrap your yarn and skip the first loop into the next and work a single crochet, and then work a single crochet along the entire chain that we've just created. I'm at the end of my first row, and you're going to slip stitch in the very next loop. You don't skip any loop. The very next loop, put a slip stitch. This is how it looks. And then you're going to slip stitch on the next loop on top, like that. Slip stitch, and then turn your work, and then you're going to work from the back loops of your crochet, not the front loops, not this, the back loops. Pull through and work a single crochet, and then work a single crochet along the entire row. I am again at the end. I've worked in the last loop. Chain 1, turn your work in the very first loop at the back with a single crochet, and then work the rest of the row with single crochet. I'll meet you at the end of this row. I'm at the end on the very last loop. You are going to slip stitch in the single crochet. This is how it looks. Go into the next single crochet with a slip stitch and turn your work, and repeat the process like I have been doing it all around the entire piece. I'll meet you when I have all mine done, and then I show you what to do. So I am done. As you can see, our piece is like 80% finished now. I am going to enter in the loop and slip stitch, and instead of cutting off the yarn, I'm going to just join the piece together with a slip stitch, just like I did when I was working on the arm. I am done, and I already have one of my arm fixed. I'm going to show you using this other one. So make a loop and come onto your piece, enter your hook and enter into the loop you created, pull through, chain 1, 2. You're going to work double crochets. So into this chain space you're going to enter a double crochet and another double crochet, and then on the row 4 half double crochets you're going to enter with 1 double crochets, and then into the chain space you put 2 double crochets and then 1 double crochet, then in the space 2 double crochet. So you're going to do this all around. I'm going to meet you when I'm towards the end of this row. I'm getting to the end of the row. You're going to go on the first loop and slip stitch like that. You don't need to turn your work, so chain 2, wrap your yarn, make a front post. You'll be doing a front post on 2 double crochets like that, and then you make a back post on 1 double crochet. I repeat, make a front post on 2 double crochets and a back post on 1 double crochet. We are trying to do a decrease on the space. I hope it's clear enough. So I'll meet you at the end of this row as well. And I'm at the end. Come on top of the very first loop and slip stitch. You don't need to turn your work. We are going to now do something different. Chain 2 and now work a front post on a front post and a back post on a back post. So wrap your yarn, go on the front post, do a front post, then go to the back and do the back post, and then using a double crochet. And we are going to do 3 rows of this. So I'm at the end, come on top of the very first loop and slip stitch, then chain 2 and continue working a front post and a front post and a back post like that. This we are doing a total of 3 rows and all together is 5 rows. So I'll meet you when mine are complete. So I am getting done. Go on that loop on the first double crochet and slip stitch, chain 1 and you cut off your yarn. So this is how it looks like. I love it. Now we are working on the last bit of our spring sweater. You're going to skip from the neck or from the front piece these 2 first rows of half double crochets, the ones that were 20 half double crochets, and then you work, enter your loop, your hook, and use the 4 rows of double crochets to work a bow, but you can do it the way you want. This is how I'm doing mine. So enter with a half double crochet. So in each half double crochet you work 2 half double crochets, and those are 4 rows of half double crochets minus the 2 rows from the front piece. I am done. You're going to cut off the yarn and this is how it looks. I have the other one done off camera, so you can fix yours as well, and then you can do whatever you want. I can tie this into a bow, I can just do anything I want, but this is how our piece looks like. Simple but absolutely gorgeous.